Ladies, gentlemen, and dragons of all shapes and colors, I would like to welcome you to week 2 of the Wayward Wizard Divide 200 training summary, I guess it would be. Welcome to the Dragon's Den. Welcome, 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 welcome. So this week, I will show you the summary, but, I got a little ambitious, but I'll show you this here. I don't know if you can read that. I see it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just pause the screen if you got to, but you probably can't even read my writing anyway. So the quote is, the saying is, it's not even really a quote. I just kind of made it up. So I guess it's a self-quote. Am I allowed to say that? I'm like a modern philosopher, so better get used to it. Wayward wizard shit. You already know. So the world will teach us negativity, and therefore positivity becomes an act of defiance. So be defiant, my friends. Be defiant. Define defiant for yourself, and then be that. There you go. I just added on to that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's wizard shit. You wouldn't even know. Week 2. So our goal was 70 kilometers, 8 hours, and 1,330 meters of elevation. Our total for the week, I'm just gonna include walking and running just for the sake of it, because fuck it, I don't care. Running I did 88 kilometers alone. So in total I did 95 kilometers, which is 25 over the goal, in case you can't math. 12 hours on feet and 1,600 meters of elevation. So, I feel comfortable with the numbers. I feel strong. There's really nothing about my schedule that scares me, which is interesting. So I'm really focusing in on not overtraining. My coach and I are in line with our philosophies and our approach to this, to remain humble and objective. So that's where we're at. We're killing the goals. We're killing the schedule. This week I have what do I have this week? Goal I think is like 75 kilometers, and I have a race on Saturday of 21 kilometers called the Callous Crow. And it's a fairly technical trail. I'm not going to actually race it, but I'm going to use it as a chance to soak up the race vibes. Spend the day with a couple friends and really just hone in on the event atmosphere, get some solid training in, and just do nothing stupid, really. It's a pretty gnarly trail, the start and the end. It's a big loop, so it's interesting. I was out there last week with my girlfriend, just checking out the vibe of it, saying hi to the trail spirits is what I call it. So it was you got to respect it out there. It'll eat you alive. This week was fun as fuck. I feel okay. I think I should introduce myself. I don't know what I did the week 1, but allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nicholas Richards, also known as the Wayward Wizard. Maybe you'll come to find out what that means, but you know what? I'm just magic in many ways. So I started running just under 4 years ago. When my father died, I kind of seen how my end was going to be if I kept on the way I was going. I was a heavy smoker, for lack of better words, a victim of depression and anxiety. But I was a functioning professional in construction. I was in the Navy for 8 years, and they dicked me around a bit, but it was a blessing in disguise. So I went back to school for construction management, and one thing led to another, and here I am today as a project manager, gainfully employed with a roofing contractor, and pursuing the challenges, pursuing the growth of professional and personal skills. And that basically sums up my job. So I work full time. I fit these runs in any way I can. My crew chief / girlfriend is pretty good at keeping me objective to the point where I don't let it overwhelm. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. She encourages me to not get overwhelmed with the thoughts of fitting all this running in and working and spending time with my daughter. I have a 9-year-old daughter as well, so every other weekend I spend with her. And as much as I can throughout the week, I'll try to just the logistics. I moved over to, I don't even know if you're gonna know it, but I moved to a different city basically, but we're still close, so it's a bit of a drive to coordinate. Anyways, logistics is fucked sometimes, but we make it work. We always make it work. So yeah, started running 4 years ago. Ended up signing up for a 100-mile ultramarathon called Capes 100 relatively quickly, and due to COVID, it got pushed about 2 or 3 times. So I would train up and then it would cancel. First time I got really depressed and down. Second time I just kind of kept going and ran my first full marathon. And like I couldn't even run 1 continuous kilometer when I first started. So yeah, 3.5 years. I've run, oh God, I don't even know how many, like 50Ks and over, supported and non-supported by myself, or like not by myself probably, but self-powered, self-sufficient, I guess. It's crazy. It's crazy to think back about that, but yeah, I completed the 100-mile ultramarathon, Capes 100, last August. Last August being August 2022. So, what a journey it's been. Holy smokes. So, if you know anything about me at all, I've been making videos for the past, golly, 3 or 4 months now, where I've quit cannabis, cold turkey. I was just over it. I wanted to maximize my potential, and that was a lesson from Capes, where I knew I was selling myself short. So it's been a real spiritual journey in that I was facing all the emotions and feelings that I was hiding from since childhood, basically. So feel free to check out my channel. There's a couple playlists in there. The first one being THC Free 2023 Plus. Next one being Winds of Winter, where I kind of dive into more of a self-healing aspect resulting from that 28-day process of quitting cannabis. And then the Seeds of Spring, I believe it was called, where I really start to do the healing, the spiritual work. And I think that was about it. And that now, obviously, we started the Wayward Wizards adventure to Divide 200. So this is where it's all come down to. Honestly, my whole life has culminated into these videos and these moments. So I'm happy to share it with you all. And that's where we're at. Like I'm just a big fan of challenging myself. Like the past 3 months, I quit my job. Well, no, I didn't quit it. I started a new job. I guess I kind of resigned from it, but whatever. I started a new job, moved to a new apartment by myself. I've never lived by myself, so, and like that was within 2 weeks of each other. So I quit my addiction to cannabis, faced all those emotions. Meanwhile, I moved to a new apartment, started a new job, training for 200 miles, making time for my daughter, working full time, spending time with my girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. Like, let's go. I'm fucking ready. Like, it hasn't been easy. I don't want to make it sound easy, but like, fuck it. At this point in time, I feel I get better every day. I get stronger every day, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Man, I've never been so fucking strong. So yeah, that's me. That's me in a nutshell. I've had this rash for about fucking 4 or 5 months now, and it's starting to get better. Honestly, it's starting to get really better. It's been a journey of acknowledging the trauma over the years that I've suppressed with substances or with thought patterns. And man, oh man, and de-stressing. I was always proud of not. I always, how should I say it? I never considered myself to be high stress or like stress responsive. I was always pretty cool and even keel, I guess. I enjoyed the high pressure situations, but deep down there was some really 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 deep rooted stress and trauma that was it was boiling up. It was boiling to the surface, and I noticed it every time I would get high. Like it would just kind of boil up into this emotional uh, fireworks, basically. Like my brain would just fucking like guilt and shame and like all the nasty, really dark stuff, and I just couldn't escape myself anymore. So that's when I decided to quit it. I got pretty mad. Not mad, but I got pretty resolute. I got defiant. I got defiant, and my word of the year has been transcend. So having that word of the year plastered everywhere has been really beneficial for my mentality of like this is what it's supposed to feel like every step of the way. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, I would have done it sooner, or like it wouldn't be as valuable as it has been, or and like everybody would do it. Like I've been scared of so many things over the years, but not anymore. Okay, so that's me. That's my introduction. Hello. So yeah, week two. Week two, man, oh man, it's been a week of gratitude, honestly. I'm just going over my notes here, and being able to train with my girlfriend. She's also training to run an ultramarathon, and she'll downplay it, saying it's only 50K or whatever. But like, it's to be able to share trails and training runs with her is absolutely like it's such a treat. It's such a honestly such a gift to be able to care for somebody so much and be able to share in passions together. It's just amazing. And last week, was it only last week? I got involved with Candy Cross, which is one of her passions, and like to be able to share in adventures like that. And this week we got to. This week we got to be involved in another orienteering event where we basically got lost in the woods a couple times. Probably my fault, but she won't say that. Maybe she would. I don't know. But it was. I'm stumbling over my words here just because it was so fun. But like the first hour, I was pretty down. I made a couple of little mistakes. She said this. Okay, long story short, we were looking for an intermittent stream, and when she said like this might be it, there was like a puddle on one side, and like I was like, there's no way this is considered a stream. So we should have stopped and looked for the control point, but we kept going. And God bless her, she listened to me, but I think I should have. She's going to curse me out for saying it, but I should have listened to her, and I regretted that. So we ended up going probably like a kilometer down this road, checking out an actual river. I was like, yeah, this is like more like a stream, but yeah, we wasted a lot of time, added a little extra distance, and at the end of the day, people that did it properly ended up with 20K running, and we ended up with about 25 and a half, 26. But we finished within 1 minute of the cutoff. So typical Capes fashion. Like I finished my 100-mile ultramarathon with 5 minutes to go before cutoff. So we were joking that this finish for the Bowater Trailo was going to be epic like my Capes. And it certainly was. We only missed one control point at the end where she made the executive decision that we just didn't have enough time. And I listened to her. I learned. See, I learned. I listened and I learned. So, and being able to meet up with her morning walks, like the place I moved to has been pretty close to her. So to get to see her and her dogs in the morning has been an absolute blessing, and it just ties in with everything else. Like I'm just so grateful for where I'm at right now. It's been a long journey, and it's like not stopping. Like I don't intend on stopping. So, and to go along with that, I made sure. No, one more point is that she is going to be my crew chief for Divide 200, in that she's going to look out for me, um, like she already has, like scheduling and everything. Like she's just an amazing person, and I'm fortunate to have her in my corner. Thank you, Amy. I love you. Let's fucking rock it. I will be there for you as well. You already know that. But I just want the internet world to hear it. I love Amy Martell. Bank it. So, and on top of that, I made time to spend with my daughter. Obviously, priorities are priorities. So Friday, I got off work early, and by got off work early, I just didn't work anymore. I went to pick her up from school to take her skating, which is one of her flames now. So I want to feed that flame, and she ended up being babysat Friday as we had our orienteering event Saturday morning. So Friday evening into Saturday, she was with my niece, who is also a gem. Her name is Victoria, and she's absolutely amazing. So yeah, Friday I ran with a couple friends, Luke and Lee. They were doing 30-day streak of this gnarly trail called the Bluff Wilderness Trail. So I met up with them on their final night of it. So that was about 24K. And then Saturday morning we did 25 more K. So almost within 12 hours I did 50 kilometers. So, and like I felt good. I felt tired, but like strong. I'm just thinking of how much fun it was on Saturday morning. Like my mind was kind of tired, but Amy's positivity was just really infectious. I think we just like fed off of each other. It's just like we are an ultra couple, and it's like that's what it is. So ended up taking my daughter to the Mooseheads game, the local junior team, on Sunday. So we had a lot of fun Saturday into Sunday. I love spending time with her. She's 9 years old, so she's emerging. Her personality is really developing. So that's my priority, is to remain part of her life and to show her that her daddy is pretty much a badass. So as she grows, she'll be introduced more into this world that I'm diving into. So let's see. Yeah, this week, I think it was Wednesday, I ended up running my fastest 5K and 10K in a single run. I was running on this like Crusher Dust trail. I rarely ever run this flat stuff, but it felt good to push it. Like last week, was that last week? I can't even remember when my Canicross event was, but whenever me and George ran fast as fuck, I felt it in my lungs and my legs really, that I liked that push. So I PR'd my 5 and 10K on Wednesday, and I pretty much ran every day except Monday. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I even did 5K on Sunday. So yeah, I pretty much ran every day. That's crazy. Mentally, I just tried to. The whole theme of this week has been changing the paradigm. And paradigm being like the subconscious habits of resorting to negativity, resorting to the negative process of fearing the worst, of letting my thoughts guide my emotions, essentially. So it's really been about challenging the external versus internal dialogue and existence, I guess, and just trying to be more of an observer of how my observing the two-way street of my environment and my thoughts, and not identifying with either so much as being the bridge between them. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. Um, and that's kind of where the that's kind of where the saying it came from, where the world will teach us negativity, but positivity becomes an act of defiance. And that's what that means for me, is it's defying myself. It's defying my conditioning to um, defying my conditioning of fear. Essentially, is what it is. And if you stick around at all, you'll know that love over fear has become a mantra of mine and Amy's. Really, I think it's always kind of been one of hers. But yeah, love over fear. It's that's how the world's going to change. Honestly, if we can all love ourselves and stop fearing change, fearing the feelings, that's where the real growth is going to be. So that's where I've been at. Changing the paradigm, yeah. And when I searched that into not Google but into YouTube, Bob Proctor came up, and I get into like the coincidences and everything, but Bob Proctor's series, Changing the Paradigm, or Paradigm Shift is what it's called. He has a 7 episode series that's really been a game changer for me. So I've been kind of like really consuming his wisdom. And rest in peace, Bob Proctor. He died earlier this year, but I think he's trying to help me out here. And like, I'm listening. I'm so open to new things. I'm open to I'm so open to change. I'm open to change the paradigm. That's literally what I've been doing. I'm transcending the paradigm. Let's say that. Wow, fuck yeah, I love it. Transcending the paradigm, and we're just, rather than to, man, it's powerful stuff. I fucking love it. And it just passed 2222. So, so in changing the paradigm, like, okay, how am I going to say that? My fear was based out of trying to control situations. And what that translated to is trying to control outcomes, control, almost to the point of controlling the past to influence the future that I want. And that probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but just a fear of being out of control, I guess, is where my paradigm was. Just total fear of lack of control. So with that, where my focus has been, and Master Shi Hung Yi has been a huge help too. And he is teaching me to, the only thing that we are 100% in control of is our self. And not so much in our emotions, but in how we metabolize those emotions and how we react. And you can either succumb to them and identify with them, or you can use it as a mirror to look at yourself and to really just kind of see where it comes from, and look for a better way. And a lot of that is through physical expression, through physical trials. And that's exactly what running has become to me. I called it my sword against mental illness, but it has become more than that. And that being said, I have been doing a lot of Shaolin type of training as part of this Shaolin online program. So, and honestly, it helps. It's a lot of breathing, a lot of meditation, a lot of movement, and it's tough. Like that. Qigong, I believe it's called. It looks easy. It looks really easy, but it's fucking not by any means. And the breathing exercises, I thought I was damn near going to pass out because like you breathe in your belly, and anyways, it's it's humbling stuff. What else do we got? Man, oh man. Week 2. It's been a powerful. Every week has been a powerful week. I think that about does it for this. I surpassed my goals, and I feel strong. I feel capable. I feel encouraged. I feel hopeful. I feel loved. I feel like I'm doing good work. Yes. Yeah. So this week, I've already talked about this week, didn't I? Anyways, I'm gonna break the mold here. I'm gonna make a little product recommendation for my I think these are called, so if you're into running at all, I would recommend you check out New Balance shoes. Don't mind these fucking dirty old crusty things. These have been through hell and back at least twice. So these are these are New Balance All Trail New Balance All Trail Fresh Foam, something like that. Anyways, I'll try to figure out what the actual fucking name is for these. But they have a new version out, and they look pretty clunky, but man, these carried me for 100 miles and beyond. I don't track my kilometers on these at all, but these are over 1,000 kilometers on these alone. And like they're getting a little raggedy finally. So, but as you can see, there's like no holes. Might be a little. I don't want to touch them too much because they're fucking crusty. But yeah, these are honestly my favorite shoe ever. Other than road running, of course. But I've even run a bit of road on these, and they're still like holding up. Like look, like that's as much bend as they're gonna have. So yeah, that's my endorsement, I guess. What else can I say about them? Really, they've literally been through hell. I trust them with my life. Like I would trust them with my daughter's life if they were like people. And I'm gonna get some more. I hope I can get the same version because I really enjoy. I think I get a half size up just for that roomy toe box feel when you're really going down hills, especially where your foot tends to slide forward a bit. I don't like, and I still have all my toenails as much as I've been running. And the secret to that would be half size bigger shoes and clip your fucking nails. I got a book called, oh, I hope I remember. I was hoping I remembered the name of it. Fix Your Feet. That's what it's called. Fix Your Feet. So that book had opened my eyes to like the method of clipping your nails matters. So you want it not too short, not too long, and you don't want to round them off. You want to go straight across and then file them. So like say this is your nail and this is your foot down here. You want to file them like downward angle, I guess that would be. So yes, I file my nails. I moisturize my nails. I moisturize my feet. And I still have all my toenails. Knock on wood. But yeah, you take care of your feet with New Balance shoes and proper foot care, and they will carry you to hell and back as many times as you wish. Or to heaven and back, really. Like, why not see the other side of the coin? I think that about does it for week 2. What else have we got to talk about? Probably nothing. 30 minutes, that seems about a good amount of time. So this is the Wayward Wizard. Like, peace, love, and clarity, as always. Fucking God bless, whatever. Like, I'm open to the universe, and the universe is opening up to me. And shout out to Nova Scotia Trail Running. I actually finally got a new hat. Fuck yeah. Terry Fox, love you. The crow. You see the crow over here? There it is. See him? Ah, I can't really see it. Caw. That was more of a pigeon, I guess, but this is my Cake's bib that I still kept around. And, you know, yeah, whatever. Oh, that's my word of the day. I mean, word of the day, word of the year, I meant. That's a special bib there. That's a secret. That's a secret. You have to be in the VIP to know what that one is. So, oh, I don't have my buckle here. I was going to brag about that again. But just believe me when I say I got a 100-mile buckle too. But that's also VIP maybe. You pay me money, you'll be able to see it. Pay me more money, you can touch it. No, I'm just joking. You can't touch it. You can't touch this. I'm like MC Hammer. But anyways, yeah. If you're new to this, like, welcome. I'm the Wayward Wizard. I'm a bit of like Shaolin tranquility mixed with a bit of gangster rap, mixed with a bit of philosophy, mixed with a bit of Care Bear, I guess. I'm just a giant snowflake, you know, melt in your mouth, not in your hands. No, I'm just joking. Whoa, I'm just joking. But anyways, stay soft and run lots, I guess. Or even if you don't run, then just do something. Just be defiant while you're doing it. Peace, love, and clarity. I'm out. See you week 3.